What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the best formations in FIFA 17. Today's formation, we're gonna take a look at the 4-4-1-1 formation. So we already took a look at another formation what was similar, was the 4-1-4-1 formation, but this one is more like an offensive formation because we have a center forward. So on the other one we had a center defensive midfielder, so now we changed to a center forward. So because we play in the draft, I don't get to choose what players I wanna get for each draft. So we didn't get any great striker or a great center forward, so we had to play Hazard and Payet in those positions. So this formation or whatever formation that has a lot of players in the middle, this is gonna be a formation that I'm going to enjoy, and this formation was no different. Even though the chemistry is not that great, but I did play well with this formation. The players, they felt great. I was playing Son as a right midfielder, I believe, and he played great in that spot. Also Marshall, if you guys don't use Marshall, play him, guys. Like, his stamina is great, his physicality, his finishing, his long shot power, everything is great about Marshall. So if you can play him Marshall as a left mid, you can also, I also play him as a striker, guys. Yes, I have used Marshall as a striker and he's amazing. If you can afford the other players, even though he's not that cheap, I think he's over 20k, but a lot of people have more than 20k at the moment. So if you have the coins to buy Marshall, like, he's one of the best players that you can get on the BPL for cheap. Like I know there is like cheaper, like another, like Bolasi is another player that I really like. And all comes down to pace and physicality. I always in this FIFA, I go for that in the FIFA. Pace and physicality for me is one of the best things that you can get in any player. So a lot of the players, they can have physical but they don't have pace, or they have pace and they lack of physicality. That's why I have used Storage. Storage is a great player, but I don't like him because his physicality is not that great. A lot of people use him, and I have heard great things about Storage, but for me, I don't like Storage. I'd rather use Lukaku, to be honest. Even though he's not the fastest, but he's not that slow, and because his physical is great, like, you can get away playing Lukaku as a striker or with two striker formation, so that's something great. But in this particular formation, even though I didn't have like a striker with that one, I have Hazard, but he's pacey, but his physicality is not that great. So sometimes I don't know if I put it in the clip, but I had a lot of chances with Hazard, but his pace was great. But if your opponent has a great center back that can catch to Hazard, he is going to lose the ball if you don't pass it to another of your players, or if you don't switch the play. So that's something that I wish I could have gotten a better striker, but I just didn't get it. And of course Payet for me, he should be a camp, to be honest, because I got the left midfield version in this draft, but it just wasn't like, I did score goal with Payet, but I wasn't working, like, and even the chemistry, even though it's not that low, but sometimes you can feel that your players, that they can do more than that. But at the end, we did great things with the formation. Like, you see me score a lot of goals with this formation, and it all comes down to the midfield, guys. And I have said this in a lot of my other videos. Like, it all comes down to the midfield and what players you use and how you play. And because you have a back four, and I'm also using Yaya Toure and Fernandinho, even though they can go forward, but because they're pacey, to be honest. They're not that slow, and because their physical is great, the defensive stacks are great. So that's something that you can get away with the formation. So I'm sorry that I don't know what happened to my Elgato. I think just the footage at the end, the final got corrupted and I couldn't get the clips, but I lost in the final on penalties with this formation. So the formation performed great, like we did great, but then he tied the game, and on penalties he was just the better the better at the penalties. Just use penalties, just like who's, I don't know, you can get just, for me, not lucky, but you just need to learn how to take penalties. And this FIFA, for me, I'm not ready. I'm not like, I don't feel like I'm the best at penalties yet. But the formation is great if you have the right players in each position. I rather use some other players, like you get this, I don't know if the screen, that's the screen part yet, but if you switch, if you get 5 screamers and you change it to the other, so if you got the, I think it's the camp, yeah, that you can get it. But I tried to get him, but you have to spend a lot of coins trying to get 5 screamer cards, so that's why I didn't go for him. But if you got him, at the moment that you're watching this video, those players are no longer in pack. So if you got the Kempa yet, I think he would be a great Ken. Like, he's better at Ken than playing as a left mid. And of course, Hazard is not a striker, even though he did score goal for me. But I'd rather use another player there, like Lukaku, to be honest. Lukaku is a great player to have. So again, guys, I didn't show you what I got in the packs. I didn't get anything great. We got to the final again, even though you have an 82 chemistry team, and we managed to go to the final, and we did score a lot of goals, and I have fun with this formation. So again, any of the formation that had a lot of plays in the middle, try them, guys. Like, you can get it's too easy to create chances with those formations, because you're gonna find it too easy to pass it to your players. They're gonna be open really easy. You have a lot of choices of what you can do. You can play outside, you can play inside. So it really is, and of course, make sure your center mids, at least one is a defensive minded. Like Fernandinho and Yaya, like again, they can go forward, but their defensive stats are really great. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Thank you.